This game was a real quick one. It didn't take more than 14 moves, but it's still fun. I standard queen's pawn opening, and he goes into the French defense, I just bring up my pawn and then solidify that line. Brings out his knight, and I proceed in kind. And it's an interesting move on his part. He brings out his a pawn over here, and I'm assuming he wants to open up this area, but really what he wants is for me to take it so he can develop with tempo. So I just leave that the way it is, bring out my bishop, he develops his bishop, and I bring out my black bishop. And this is the really sort of deciding move. This is a pretty critical move in the game, because now bringing his knight over here, not only can he not bring out his queen, he's blocking his queen, and the other thing that he's doing is when I take over here, he can't retake with tempo. He has to take with his pawn. So I take, he has to retake, otherwise he's going to lose that the knight. And then I bring up my knight up with the anticipation of bringing the queen back up. And he develops his bishop, because I'm assuming he wants a castle. And I bring out my queen, checkmate him. Brings out his knight, and I check him. Now, the best move on his part right here, I mean, not necessarily the best move, but he could have taken my bishop. And if he does, I can't take the rook over here, obviously, but I can take here, and then he could have moved here or there. Another option would have been for him to move, move prior to taking. Instead of moving his knight over here, he could have just moved his king. And would have made things more difficult for me, because if his king is over here right now, there's not a lot of things I can do. In any event, and he has another attacker on this square. In any event, he makes this move. I check him. He comes over here. I take this pawn with the anticipation of moving my knight over here, and checking the king, and also forking the rook. At the same time, I have this blocked off. He makes a pretty sort of a silly move at this point. He takes this pawn. It really doesn't do much for him, but he does that, and I check him. His only options are here or there. He can't go here or here, obviously. And he moves over there. I move my knight with a discovered attack, and at this point, his only option is to go here or there. He moves over there. And either way, it was going to be checkmate.